What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. Got why the AFC North will be a bloodbath in 2024. Let's check this out.
It was brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
The Ravens, Browns, Bengals, and Steelers all absolutely despise each other, producing some of the most vicious clashes.
Bro, that Myles Garrett is a Hall of Fame school threat game.
It's been the only division in football where all four teams have winning records, and each team has made the playoffs at least twice in that span. And with the season right
telling you, man, this is the hood of the NFL, bro. The AFC North
playoffs in 2024. And in today's video, we're going to go over the entire division and why it is such a bloodbath of a division. Who has the best roster coming into the season?
We all know, bro. We all know that my Baltimore Ravens have the best roster. You know what I'm saying, in this division. Come on now, let's keep it a buck.
Now, starting with the Baltimore Ravens, they went all the way to the AFC Championship game last year on the backs of
which still sucks, man, that we lost that game.
Linebacker Roquan Smith and standout performers from young guys like Zay Flowers and Justin Matabuki. The problem is, though, that they showed a lot of flaws against the Kansas City Chiefs in that AFC Championship game. And not only that, but also in free agency, they lost a ton of guys on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball as well. Adding the fact that they also lost a coordinator in Mike McDonald to the Seattle Seahawks this season, it truly begs the question of what can we expect this year from the Baltimore Ravens. And well, we're going to start on the offensive side of the ball to start this conversation, but Lamar Jackson, as we know, the guy looks as good as ever. After his MVP year, he has come into the preseason slimmed down, looking to go back to utilizing his speed on top of his newly
nice catch.
Exciting news for the Ravens too, and Lamar Jackson, who has literally a new running mate in the backfield with him. As we all know, Baltimore signed Titans legend Derrick Henry as he attempts to finally win a ring, arguably forming the best quarterback running back duo in the league.
They have a guy that, I mean, they
shit, probably of all time, bro. We being, you know what I'm saying, being for real.
Okay, Jamal Lewis, they won a Super Bowl with. And Derrick Henry is going to be inspired. This is a team that made a run to try to get Derrick Henry last year.
Yeah, and I feel like if we had Derrick Henry last year, the AFC Championship game would have been a whole different story.
Wouldn't trade him to Baltimore. Yeah. Baltimore went after him again in free agency, brought him in, and now let's see what the combination of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry can do.
One of the coolest.
On top of that, the Ravens receiving core is the best it's been in the Lamar era, with Zay Flowers ready to break out, Rashad Bateman and Nelson Aguilar offering useful veteran support, and Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely forming a formidable tight end duo. Finally, the biggest offensive concern for me, honestly, is just their offensive line. Losing Morgan Moses, Kevin Zeitler, and John Simpson just stings for sure, but their replacements look pretty good. Andrew Voorhees was a top 3 guard in the 2023 draft before tearing his ACL and slipping into day 3, and he's fully healthy after a year of coaching and conditioning in the system. Roger Rosengarten was a steal in the 3rd round of this year's draft, to the point that he's challenging to be the day 1 starter already. The rest of the line is filled with Pro Bowl center Tyler Lindenbaum and All-Pro right tackle Ronnie Staley, with a contested spot at right guard. Finally, offensive coordinator Todd Monken washed the stink of Greg Roman out of Baltimore, and they looked electric again in 2023. Monken didn't go anywhere, so overall it looks like the Ravens will be on the defensive side of the ball. The question's pretty simple: is can they survive without Mike McDonald as that defensive coordinator? I think we can, because Zach Orr, like, I have full faith in Zach Orr, like I've said plenty of times, and plus Zach Orr has played, you know what I'm saying, in Baltimore, former all-pro linebacker for us, so he knows what it means to play like a Raven. So I feel like him being a former player for us is gonna really motivate everybody, you know what I'm saying, have everybody locked in this season, man, and probably make us better than we were last year with Mike McDonald. I won't be surprised. A McDonald disciple has been extremely solid in training camp, with younger guys like 2024 first-rounder
Nate Wiggins
and linebacker Trent Simpson stepping up to fill the gaps along battle-tested veterans like Kyle Hamilton and Roquan Smith. Those two veterans are the key, the leaders of the best defensive unit in football last year, who should, alongside Orr, be able to replicate much of their past success. So what will the Ravens look like in 2024 is the big question now. And well, for me, I honestly see them getting to that peak win range of like 14 or 15 wins, pretty much able to replicate what they did last year in the NFL. Like, I mean, their roster and their scheme can beat anybody in football, and outside of Patrick Mahomes, they might have the 2nd best quarterback in the league. Somehow, I mean, the dude was ranked ahead of Patrick Mahomes in the NFL top 100, even though I don't know how Patrick Mahomes wasn't number 1, but
I'm not mad at it though, you know what I'm saying, but I do feel like Mahomes should have been, you know what I'm saying, #1 ranked in the top 100, because he just came off his 3rd Super Bowl. and his 3rd Super Bowl MVP. So I don't know how he wasn't number 1.
But nonetheless, Lamar
The fact that Tyreek Hill was ahead of him is crazy too.
Who is just as good as Patrick Mahomes, even though he doesn't have that playoff credibility yet. On their floor, though, there are cracks in this offensive and defensive unit for sure. But I mean, the only really big concern I have is that their schedule is absolutely grueling when we look at it, especially early, which could put them behind the 8 ball.
Shit. Let's look at the schedule real quick. I mean, this is not like the schedule is not as bad as they're making it seem like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously Kansas City, it's not the playoffs, bro. So we definitely have a better chance, even if it is at Arrowhead. It's not the playoffs, nigga. So I feel like we can beat Kansas City. I feel like we can beat the Raiders, obviously. Dallas. I feel like we can beat Buffalo, Cincinnati. I mean, we swept Cincinnati last year. I feel like we can beat the Commanders, Tampa Bay. Now Cleveland, we might at least lose 1 game to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? But I'm expecting us to beat Cleveland, beat Denver, I'm expecting us to sweep Cincy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Pittsburgh, I really don't know, because every time we go against them, we fucking lose. So I really don't know, man. So I'm expecting us to win at least one of those games this season. Expecting us to beat the Chargers in the hardball. You know what I'm saying? Face to face, not playoff, but matchup in Monday Night Primetime. Eagles. The Eagles gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tough game for us. With Jalen Hurts and Saquon and AJ Brown, Devontae Smith and shit. I still expect us to win that one though. The Giants, bro, I really expect, if we lose to the Giants, man, oh my gosh, bro, I will rage. Like, I might make a 20-minute video rant on us losing to the Giants if that happens, bro. And then Pittsburgh, Texans, we play on Christmas, and then the Cleveland Browns, bro. So the schedule is not as horrible, you know what I'm saying, as big as they think it is, bro. Because Philly is gonna be a tough one. The Texans obviously gonna be a tough one. You got some division games, but I think we could definitely, like, I feel like at least 2 of those games we're gonna lose, and I feel like Cleveland or Pittsburgh is gonna be one of those 2. But the Chiefs is also a tough one, but I feel like we can beat everybody else, you know what I'm saying, on this fucking card.
And I mean, look, the division isn't getting any weaker, as we'll see in the rest of this video, but I put the floor of Baltimore at like 10 wins, regardless of the defending champs. They can expect to be in the mix at the end of the season, and at their best, they're still big-time Super Bowl contenders. Facts. Out of the comeback story, though, the Cincinnati Bengals had a rough 2023, and some of that bad energy had affected their offseason. That being said, the rumors of their demise have been greatly exaggerated by the public. They moved on from an offensive coordinator who arguably shackled Joe Burrow when he was starting, and they upgraded.
I think people been calling out the downfall of the Bengals is because of the T. Higgins situation, and you know what I'm saying, the fact that they need to pay him and Jamar Chase and Trey Hendrickson requesting a trade. So I feel like that's pretty much the only reason that people have been talking down the Bengals this offseason.
The Bengals will be a superpower once again. Now, of course, we have to start with Joe Burrow, because I mean, the dude should probably be a favorite to win an MVP this season. I mean, to me, it looks like voter fatigue is maybe setting in on Mahomes and Lamar, and Burrow, when healthy, has been a superpower with his arm and pocket presence. With the arrival of first-round rookie Amarius Mims from Georgia, Burrow finally has the protection he needs to stay clean and healthy. Hey guys, post edit K-Rich coming back to you guys right now. I did see that Amarius Mims just got injured, actually, so he's gonna be out for several weeks.
Damn, that's tough. Yo, I don't even think he was even gonna start to begin with, but that's huge. That's a huge loss right there.
So hopefully this won't affect Joe Burrow too much, but I just wanted to hop back in the video and say that I did see that. So hopefully he will recover soon. But once he does, that hopefully will help this offensive line protect Joe, and we'll kind of see what he can do this year. On top of that, the loss of Joe Mixon hasn't stood out at all thanks to the signing of Zach Moss, who showed amazing ability as a starter spot with the Colts last year. With him in front of speedster Chase Brown and rookie Trayvon Williams, the Bengals rushing attack seems more alive than ever. And then, of course, we get to the pass catchers, the absolute bread and butter of this revamped Bengals squad. Jamar Chase is about to absolutely break the bank to match his former LSU teammate over in Minnesota, and while T. Higgins might not be retained long-term, he has at least one more year to try and get a ring in Cincy. And to add to that, we have Mike Gesicki at tight end, and the Bengals' odd ability to turn day 3 receivers into touchdown machines like Andre Avasavi and Trenton Irwin, and there is
Yoshi Voss
in the Bengals offense.
Yo,
offensive coordinator Dan,
bro, I just love when people be fucking up people's those names, bro. That should be hilarious.
Super Bowl run as Burrow's
It's Yoshi Vosh, though.
and should help Joe get the most out of his talents. As for the defensive side of the ball, the Bengals may have the weakest defense inside of this tough division. But as crazy as it sounds, at the same time, they can also manage to be like a
I mean, because they did lose DJ Reader, which was a huge piece on that Cincinnati defensive line, bro. You know what I'm saying? Miles Murphy's got to step up this season. You know what I'm saying? You already got veterans like Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard who are proven. But, you know, so you got some young guys that need to step up. And in their secondary, you know what I'm saying, you got Cam Taylor-Britt, Mike Hilton, I believe, is still there as well. Von Bell coming back from injury. Like, you don't really have that many, you know what I'm saying, great pieces in the secondary that I know of right now. But their linebacking core is, you know what I'm saying, really solid. And Jermaine Pratt and Logan Wilson, who I despise, by the way. But, you know what I'm saying, he is decent. But,
with this
you know,
unit that they
I just really despise Logan Wilson, man.
But Trey Hendrickson did request a trade like T. Higgins, but hasn't shown signs of a true holdout, so he should be good to go, and most of their other impact players are sticking around. Logan Wilson, Sam Hubbard, and DJ Turner led the veterans.
DJ Turner, that's who I forgot, yeah.
Dax Hill and
nigga ran a 4.2 last year.
Themselves and contribute. They also signed Sheldon Rankins as a veteran
presence
after he was electric with the Texans, and poach safety Gino.
Oh, Gino, I fucking forgot about this. Oh my god. See, like, bro, it is incredibly difficult to remember every single offseason move, bro. So I might forget sometimes, but I forgot this nigga went to the fucking Bengals, bro. Come on now.
After he was a total ball hawk in Baltimore. And I mean, when we're taking a look at the ceiling and the floor for this Bengals team,
it is crazy.
It all rides on Joe Burrow and how good he's going to play. Like, I mean, the Jake Browning experience last year, that showed their true ceiling with a decent backup, if you want to call him that. But if they want another real run at a Super Bowl, then they have one mission: keep Joe Burrow healthy. And I mean, honestly, if he does stay healthy, then the following should happen: is that they should at least have a ceiling, if not higher.
I mean, if Burrow stays healthy, they make the playoffs easily.
How good this team should be if Joe Burrow can stay healthy. They do have the worst record against their own division of teams we're looking at today, and their schedule is no joke with opponents.
Shit, they pretty much have the same fucking schedule as us, for real. Except for, you know what I'm saying, we don't play Tennessee, and we don't play the Panthers. Other than that, we don't play the Patriots. But other than that, bro, they play the exact same teams as us this year. That is crazy. We played the whole AFC West and NFC East.
Because of those concerns and lingering questions about Joe Burrow's durability, their floor this year is a carbon copy of last season, 9-8. For me, honestly, I do see, again, if the Bengals can stay healthy, they're going to achieve that ceiling more likely than not, and honestly, probably certain.
Well, this might be a long ass video. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man.
It comes down to Joe Burrow and can they?
I'm definitely gonna keep pausing and talk about this shit.
Legit threats in the AFC North this year. Are you looking for a new book this football?
No, I'm not.
And no, I had to
W sponsor, bro. Oh, that W skip.
We know their defense is going to be good. We don't have any coaching questions, and their offensive line is far.
I think the big thing with Cleveland, bro, is can Deshaun Watson stay healthy, and can he get back to that form he had in Houston? Because he has not really shown that so far. He showed flashes of that, but he hasn't really been consistent for Cleveland so far. And plus, you know what I'm saying, he hasn't been able to stay healthy. But if he can stay healthy and be more consistent, they've got the talent on offense, you know what I'm saying? With Cooper, who may be getting traded. I don't know what's going on with that. Excuse me. But they got Jerry Jeudy. They have who else? They got Elijah Moore. Like, they have a pretty good, you know what I'm saying, offense, you know what I'm saying? Great receiver trio right there. And then you got Nick Chubb, who's coming off a crazy ass knee injury. So I don't know how explosive he's gonna be. The offensive line is solid, and then, bro, you got the defense, bro. That defense is so terrifying, led by Myles Garrett. Got Denzel Ward. You got who else? You got Martin Emerson. Grant Delpit is finally, you know what I'm saying, breaking out and shit. Like, bro, they have a great ass defense that I'm like legit terrified of, and they got JOK, who is a freak linebacker. So, bro, like that defense, as long as their offense can at least help them out, I feel like Cleveland might be a playoff team this year.
In the AFC North. But under center, they have one of the biggest question marks in the entire league. So let's find out why the Browns, I personally do think, have the widest.
Oh, and I forgot to mention Greg Newsome as well in their secondary.
As anybody in that conference. Maybe Houston and Kansas City have better, Cleveland has a
what'd he say?
Outcomes.
Cleveland has as good a roster as anybody in that conference. Maybe Houston and Kansas City have better. Cleveland has a defensive line that has a defensive player of the year. And a dude opposite him in Za'Darius.
I forgot about Za'Darius Smith.
They have good young linebackers. They have a secondary that can go with anybody in ball. They had the #1 defense in football last year.
Whoa. I'm pretty sure you're talking about the Baltimore Ravens, my nigga.
They have a coach that is a 2-time coach of the year. There hasn't been that many humans on the planet that have done that. They still have an offensive line that is top 5 in ball.
Offensively, all the Browns needed to do is be average. Unfortunately, in 2023, we saw the early loss of Deshaun Watson to injury, giving way to a long line of backups.
Joe Shiesty. This is the true Joe Shiesty right there, bro.
Watson was far from his 2019 self. The Browns did get lucky, though, and Joe Flacco had one more legacy run in him to get them to the playoffs, but now Flacco is backing up Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis. There aren't many things I can say that are great about the Browns quarterback situations, but the things that I can say are that Deshaun Watson is fully healthy.
I tell you this now, bro. If Deshaun Watson somehow goes down, the Browns are fucked. They are fucked. Same goes for my Ravens, bro. If Lamar goes down, we are fucked, bro. Because the backup QB situations for both teams are horrific, man. Like DTR play like hot dog shit. Like, and then our backups, my Baltimore Ravens, play like hot dog shit too, especially Josh Johnson. Get this nigga off the team. Get Emory Jones off the team, bro. Like,
have signed a pair of capable backups in case.
Jameis Winston is solid. I'm not gonna shit on Jameis, but DTR, no.
And Tyler Huntley. Like again, all the Browns need is
Tyler Huntley play like dog shit as well. Not even gonna hold you, gang.
The slew of weapons that they do have on the offensive side of the ball work pretty much. In terms of those weapons too, it's surprising to say this, but it does look like Nick Chubb is coming back sooner than expected from that grueling knee injury he did have last year. But while he is still recovering from
Jerome Ford
last fall, Cleveland has a stable core of Jerome Ford and Donta Freeman ready to work for weeks 1.
Oh, yo, he was great for the was it with the Patriots?
Antonio, Wyatt Teller, and Ethan Pocket. As for receivers, it does seem
I think it was with the Patriots at one time.
For Brandon Ayuk, since we're still all just waiting to see what
it was Patriots or the Panthers, one of those.
Want to kind of just see him get signed at this point. But even with the core that they still do have, it still is pretty interesting to see what they can work with here. Led by Amari Cooper, Cleveland traded for Jerry Jeudy to complement Elijah Moore and last year's rookie breakout Cedric Tillman. On top of that, they also have one of the most underrated tight ends in fantasy football, for a matter of fact, in David Njoku. Like, this dude is a true warrior. I mean, he missed
facts. Underrated.
Time last year.
Underrated, man.
Severely in a bonfire.
Like, bro, like people need to start mentioning this nigga, and like when you talk about the top tight ends and like, whoa, I think we just got a new sub. Appreciate you, dog. I can't see it right now because I can't see my OBS, but appreciate you. But David Njoku is a fucking dog, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can, like, when you talk about top tight ends in the league, you know what I'm saying? Always the top 3 come up. Travis, you know what I'm saying? Travis Kelce, George Kittle, and Mark Andrews. But I would honestly put Njoku up there with those guys, bro, in the top 5, and then possibly TJ Hawkinson or Dallas Goedert in the next spot or some shit like that. But David Njoku's a dog. He's fast, he's physical. You know what I'm saying? And his run after catch is really good as well. So put some respect on David Njoku's name, man.
They had stability at quarterback. The Browns might have one of the best offenses in the AFC North. But as we flip to the defensive side of the ball, now that Aaron Donald has retired, I think it's safe to say that Myles Garrett is definitively the best defensive lineman in the NFL right now. And because of the way he needs to be covered, usually by 2 linemen, if not more, a lot of his supporting cast gets to punish opposing quarterbacks. Za'Darius Smith returned to fortify the defense along with Shelby Harris and Dalvin Tomlinson. The linebacking group is led by JOK, who is about to get top of the market money for his leadership, while Jordan Hicks and Devin Bush were brought in as free agents to help him out. And then we get to move to my favorite part of this defensive unit, which is the secondary, which I think bar none is the best secondary in the AFC North. Denzel Ward.
Like, bro, hold up. I know Cleveland has a great secondary, but their secondary is not better than my Baltimore Ravens, bro. I'm stand on that 100, nigga. Like, bro, they're not better than my Baltimore Ravens. We got Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams, the best safety tandem in the NFL. Got Marlon Humphrey, when healthy, is a top 5 corner. Nate Wiggins, Brandon Stevens, bro, TJ Tampa, like, bro, come on now. Come on. And then we just brought in Eddie Jackson. If he can go back to his prime when he was in Chicago, it's over with, bro. It is over. Come on now.
Grant Delpit and Juan Thornhill headline a group that conceded the second fewest passing yards in 2023. Top to bottom, the Browns have all the makings of a playoff team. Their defense is terrifying, and their weapons can make the corpse of Joe Flacco look like a Hall of Famer. Because of this, if Cleveland can get just slightly above average play from their
this nigga, bro, Joe Flacco is a future Hall of Famer. Do not disrespect him like that.
12 wins, the same as the Bengals. However, there is a very real possibility that Watson is just completely washed, add in the unknown that Chubb's form after his injury is still uncertain, and the fact that Judy is a bit of a gamble as a wide receiver too. And I'm gonna give the fact that makes the Browns floor total like 7. Unsurprisingly, now though, we have what I think is the football's weakest team inside of the AFC North, with that being of the Pittsburgh Steelers, who don't really even know who their starting quarterback is at this moment from all what we've seen in training camp.
Yeah,
we kind of can assume it's going to be Russ, but there's still a toss-up that somehow maybe the running back that's a quarterback in Justin Fields might actually get a start. Like, why are people still thinking this guy is good at quarterback? Just make him a running back. But as we go back
damn, bro, K Rich, why you do him like that, gang?
The Pittsburgh Steelers realized that
Big Ben. He did not hold back.
Traded him and signed Russell Wilson for
that's crazy.
Not even totally confident in him for the long term, or just maybe trying to light a fire under his ass. They traded for former first rounder Justin Fields, who has also shown flashes with the Chicago Bears, but as I said, never truly developed into a quarterback. Both quarterbacks have gotten first team reps in training camp thanks to an injury to Russ, but while the Steelers are adamant that Wilson is their starter for week 1, we all know that the season could see both get real time under center.
What I think they should do is, you know what I'm saying, have 2 quarterback system, bro. You know what I'm saying, have Justin Fields on like some rushing plays, you know what I'm saying, QB draw, read option or something like that. Like, have both quarterbacks on the field, bro, because you got, you know what I'm saying, Justin Fields is a freak athlete, bro, with the ball in his hands. Why not do that like on like third and short situations or some shit like that? Like, put him out on the field.
He didn't separate himself enough. He didn't show Mike Tomlin
on some Madden type shit, you feel me?
I'm the unquestioned starter on this team, because if he had, Mike Tomlin would say there's no quarterback competition. Russell Wilson is our starter. Simple.
So with that massive question at the most important position in football, how much can the rest of this Pittsburgh roster really elevate their quarterbacks? On offense, we have to start with the elephant in the room.
But I gotta say, bro, just like the Cleveland Browns, the Pittsburgh Steelers have a crazy ass defense too. You know what I'm saying, led by TJ Watt and, you know what I'm saying, Alex Highsmith, one of the best edge rush duos in the league. And then in the middle, you got Cam Hayward, who's still putting in hard work for all these years, bro. A future Hall of Famer, I think, in my eyes, bro. But also in the secondary, you got JPJ, who played good as a rookie. Dante Jackson. I think they lost Patrick Peterson. I'm not sure, but then you got one of the best safeties in the league, Minka Fitzpatrick, who continues to get disrespected for some reason each and every year. At linebacker, you got Patrick Queen, fucking traitor ass nigga. And then you got, I believe they still have Cole Holcomb. I think I'm missing a few others, but their defense is really good, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously the offense with Russ, you got George Pickens. They lost Deontay Johnson. They got Calvin Austin. They drafted Roman Wilson, and it's been rumored heavily that Brandon Ayuk is, you know what I'm saying, that like everything is all set in stone. I think we're just waiting for the Niners to really pull the trigger, because I feel like I've heard that the Niners and Steelers already have like all the trade acquisition shit all in place and stuff, like in the new contract. So it's only a matter of time till, you know what I'm saying, the Niners and Steelers both pull the trigger on this whole Brandon Ayuk trade, and Brandon Ayuk is going to be officially a Steeler. I think it is actually going to happen. Am I worried about it? No, because I have faith in my Ravens in their secondary and shit like that. And then also you have Pat Freiermuth, who is also a really solid tight end as well. So the Steelers might be competitive this year, bro.
Right now,
Who knows?
all the talk is that if the Steelers are going to be trading for 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk. And like, I mean, if that does work out, Ayuk is a game changer who would fill the same role that DJ Moore did for Fields last year as a safety valve. As for existing pieces, the Steelers have done it again, developing George Pickens into a game-breaking threat and Calvin Austin into a very useful supporting piece. Pat Freiermuth is also a cheat code at tight end, and Najee Harris and Jalen Warren are both dangerous running backs. With
I forgot to mention the running backs.
Tackles forced per attack.
Yeah, Jalen Warren is a fucking dog.
Running back is in Pittsburgh.
Damn, look at that block.
Line, which should allow for both Najee to thrive.
They get dicey.
They drafted a left tackle and they added Zach Frazier at center in 2024. Building on last year's first-round additions of Broderick Jones. Just like the Browns, the Steelers' defense can largely be defined as one superstar in his legion of weapons. TJ Watt is coming off another snub or near snub for
facts, bro. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks this, bro. TJ Watt getting snubbed again for defensive player of the year, bro. Absolute bullshit. Come on now.
And has a lot to prove.
Like, come on, bro.
He'll be right back to one of the meanest players in football.
All of his numbers were better than Myles Garrett last year, too.
To the quarterback than Myles Garrett is. For Watt's supporting staff, he still has Cameron Hayward, Alex Highsmith, and Minkah Fitzpatrick, one of the best all-around safeties in football. The team also benefits from the arrival of linebacker Patrick Queen, who betrayed the Ravens and signed with their division rival. And considering the fact that the Steelers do still have Mike Tomlin as their head coach, I'm going to break the cardinal rule here, and I'm going to say that their floor is not going to be a winning record. Even though he has never not had a winning record. And before you all jump at me saying, well, he's never had a losing record while he's been a Steelers head coach. That's true, but he's also never had this amount of uncertainty on a Steelers roster also.
It's true.
Even when they did have Kenny Pickett at quarterback, as crazy as it sounds, they still knew who their quarterback was going to be for the season. And I mean, unless Russ is just going to go back to his prime form and have a one-off year of just having great stats and do something for the Steelers that they haven't had since Big Ben, then the whole headlines or all of the headlines this year are going to be, is Fields going to get a start and when? Like, I mean, we saw the same thing happen when Mitchell Trubisky was the starter for the Steelers. Yeah. And everybody was begging for Kenny Pickett to start. And then we got to Kenny Pickett, and then it was like, wow, let's get rid of Kenny Pickett. And it could be the same thing for Russell Wilson, is we're going to get to Russell Wilson throwing a bunch of interceptions. They're going to beg for Justin Fields to start. And then everybody's going to say, oh, it's the play calling that's the problem for Justin Fields. When it's not. The dude just can't throw the ball. Quit trying to make him a quarterback. Like, honestly, if they sit Russell Wilson at any time in this season,
bro, close the fucking schools immediately, bro. Oh my gosh, put all schools on lockdown right now. Yo, this nigga really hates Justin Fields.
The offense may be at the worst it's been in
oh
the past,
my gosh, he is not holding back.
That being said, the Steelers may win as few as 6 games this year, I think. The lowest floor in the AFC North. That being said, though, Mike Tomlin somehow does have some like magic up his sleeve, always somehow. And there's a real chance that these variables work together somehow to make something of it. The defensive unit clicking would have to come first, but if Russ or Justin Fields work out at quarterback somehow and they figure it out quickly, they have the offensive personnel to be a real threat to good teams, especially if they can add Ayuk too. Because of these possibilities in the winning aurora of Mike Tomlin, the ceiling in Pittsburgh is 10 wins and another trip to the playoffs. Despite all that though, every single team in the AFC North this year is going through changes, but the one thing that will always remain the same is that they love kicking the tar out of each other. I would be stunned if any team loses fewer than 2 divisional games in the regular season because the AFC North is just going to be an absolute bloodbath.
Damn, oh shit, is he good?
I know what you guys think. Who do you think will win this division? Give me your prediction.
My Baltimore Ravens.
Hell, if you want to, give me each team's record prediction. I'll also be posting
record predictions that, let me see, okay. For my Ravens, I think like he said, I think we're going to be the same as last year, like with the record wise, but I'll say 14-3. For the Bengals, if Burrow can stay healthy, I'll be like 11 wins, 11-6. For the Browns, I'll say like 10-7, and then for Pittsburgh, 9-8. That is my record prediction. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on post notifications, get notified whenever I drop another banger video. We're on the road to 400 subs, so I'm going to get it for more banger NFL reactions like this. Without further ado, I'm out. Gang!